really need to have one of the manuals that comes with this thermostat to know what parameters you want to set up. The parameters start on page 11 of the manual. We're looking at a Lennox V0STAT54P-3 controller, and we're going to go over the setup of this controller as it pertains to the indoor unit. To enter into the setup, we give a quick push till we turn the light on. We now hold down the fan speed and the mode buttons, and the controller will change over to the configuration mode. And we're going to just look at a couple of parameters in here. By pressing the mode, I can go down in parameters, and pressing the fan speed, I can go up in parameters. This happens to be parameter 2, which is where you'd select degrees Fahrenheit or degrees centigrade. We'll skip over to parameter 6, which is indoor unit addressing. If you wish to change the address or address a new unit through the controller, you would just simply use the up and down arrows to select the address you want, and then when you press the fan speed, it will save it. To get back out, just simply hold the buttons down again, and it will exit out of the setup mode. We're going to look at the information query on the V0STAT54P-3 controller. Anytime you need to do anything to one of these controllers, you want to press the button and have the screen light up. To get into the information query, you hold the mode button down for 3 seconds. It then tells you the number of units attached to the controller and the address presently of the indoor unit. By hitting the fan speed, we select that indoor unit, and it's going to give us parameter 1, which would be the cooling and the heating set points. Since this controller is in the cooling mode, it's only going to show us the cooling set point. Parameter 2 on the upper will give us the indoor room temperature sensor. The lower gives us the T2 temperature or the mid-coil temperature sensor. Parameters 3 give us T2A, the coil outlet temperature sensor, and T2B, the coil inlet temperature sensor. Parameter 4 tells us the EXV opening. In this case, the EXV is opened at 152 pulses. The one on top is the hundreds, then we see the tens and the ones below that. Parameter 5 tells us the location of the temperature sensor. CT indicates it's the controller, and the controller room temperature sensor value is at the lower part of the screen. Parameters 6 through 10 are the HHE relay values, 1 being fan on, 2 being cool on, 3 being heat on, 4 being auxiliary heat. If you had the 6 relay board as an option, it would indicate the humidity contact. This unit does not have it, so it's just indicating that FF is off. Parameter 11 is going to tell us the unit type. Unit type 7 indicates it's a 2x2 ceiling cassette. Parameter 12 tells us the capacity in thousands of BTUs. This happens to be a 9,000 BTU unit. Parameter 13 tells us the controller software version. Parameter 14 tells us the indoor unit software version. We then walk back around to parameter 1.